What's going on, you guys? Nick here, Mr. Millionaire Insight. What's going on? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. What's going on, Richard? How you doing, brother? Let's see. How's it going, my friend? What you been up to? Why is there a pumpkin up here? I don't know what's going on. So let's see. How's your I was supposed to call you before I got on here, Rich, but I had literally like 15 minutes to myself today. Between calls and things going on here at the home front. Had a lot going on today. But I will have to get with you soon, brother. CJ, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Yolanda? Yolanda, am I saying that right, sweetheart? Say less, make it up. Yeah, I will. I'll just get with you after this because I don't want to go into that too much right now up here. But no, it's something that's meaningful. Thank you so much, CJ, for the heart me. I appreciate you, bro. Let's get this thing to 1,000 likes and share out the live, guys. Keep double tapping, all right? So we can get this thing rocking. So, for those of you who do not know my face, you do not know my name is Nicholas Francis, aka Mr. Millionaire Insight. I help people establish, grow, and monetize their social media. Monetization equals money. So if that's your aim, if that's your goal on social media, this is definitely the place to be. What's going on, passive income? Oh, snap, it went away. Passive income something. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for stopping by today. Hope y'all been having a blessed day. Jersey Shore Girl, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. That is so awesome. I love seeing these new people and their interesting handles. It's awesome. Let's see. Ooh, everybody's lit up tonight, boy. Let's see who we got here. Just trying to share out, guys. So where is everybody watching from? Put it in the chat where you're watching from, guys. It's always a blessing to see where everybody is tuning in from because it is my goal by the end of this year to have live stream guests from all over the country and all over the world, really. But I just want you guys to know that it's always appreciated when you guys come through because you guys just make things better. You know that? Has anybody ever really told you that? You make things better. When in a world where people are constantly downing on people and not really, lifting people up the way they should, listen, I just want you to know that if nobody told you today that you make my day better, right? So I want you to know that. Let's see. All right. So let's get into the fun stuff, guys. It is a big week. If you haven't already heard me talk about this yet, it is a large week in digital marketing because it's about to change forever, right? The Kingdom Digital Academy and the Digital Growth Community have some big things going on, and I love to see how people are excited because we're under the lights, baby. It's going to be different tonight because we're going to talk a little bit about that. But also, guess what? Just like the title says, it's my birthday eve, so we're going to be celebrating. The one drawback about tonight's live stream is not going to be like it usually is. My computer decided not to show up the work day. So we're going to have to leave the soundtrack for next time. Just a couple of things here I wanted to let you guys know is, the faithful who do show up every live stream. There will be no more. Oh, thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've been celebrating all month, guys, but it just seems like the last couple of weeks, the way I've celebrated is work. Right? And when I say work, I mean, I do have a business outside of digital marketing, but I do also train and mentor. So, been trying to come out with stuff for my people, for my students in my academy. And listen, it is definitely a labor of love, right? What's going on, Vivian? Is that, let me see if I can pronounce that. Vivian Pringle. If I'm messing that up, please forgive me. Jesus is helping me with pronunciation. You hear me? So if I mess it up, please forgive me. Skeptics love it. Thank you so much for joining. So guys, before we get too far into the fun and games, there's a couple things I want you to know. If you want to reach me, the best way to do so is right up here, right? You go to the link in my bio, you click on that link right there. Thank you so much for the heart me. You click on the link in the bio, put your email in. If you do have questions about anything I talk about tonight, make sure that you hit reply in the email that you get from me. Because when you put your email in there, you will be able to get an email from me talking a little bit about who I am, what I do, and how I help people learn the most valuable skill set in human history, which is digital marketing, right? And why is it the most valuable skill? Because no business on the planet survives without people. No business ever has survived without people. The reason poor Jeffrey the Giraffe is out of a job right now, when those Toys R Us kids in the room remember how much fun that place was. But the reason Jeffrey the Giraffe no longer has a job because every business needs people, and the CEO forgot that, right? He put his trust in the children as opposed to the parents who actually have the income to get the toys and stuff sold. But as heartbreaking as that is, it's the one lesson that I keep reminding myself, that without the people, you don't have anything. You don't have a business. What's going on, Nicole? Thank you so much for joining. Tatiana, what's going on? We got Chi-Town in the house. Let's see what we got here. We got some NYC in the building by way of Staten Island. Let me get it correct, right? By the way of Staten Island, we got Chi-Town in the building. We got Florida in the building. We got Virginia, of course. I'm in the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Stand up. So I love to see it, guys. Guys, you have been absolutely awesome this week. And y'all been so patient. Listen, I've been working harder than Asian math, right? It's just one of them things this week. Every time we announce something in the digital growth community, it just means that we have so much to do, right? And listen, I know y'all hear me talk a lot about the 2 to 3 hours a day, but listen, in this business, we're talking about income producing activity. The work I do inside my academy, inside the digital growth community, that is just a labor of love, right? And this investment in people, I believe in investing in people as far as giving them the tools they need and help guide them to where they need to be, right? But let's see. There's one more thing I forgot. Congratulate me. An early birthday gift I got this month was being able to launch my coaching app. Millionaire Insight is now an app, right? Right now it's hosted by Spaces, so that you got to go through there, and the link is on my link tree. But literally, if you guys have been here any kind of time, you know that I am a digital marketing coach. I am also a mentor. I am Academy founder. So I do my best to help people in the digital marketing journey and help people make sense of these digital marketing streets. And for $29.97 a month, I literally give you access to my academy, my coaching, and you get one-on-one mentoring at least once a week so you can get that guidance, me, you, and your business to be able to move you properly forward, right? If that's not more your speed, you could invest in yourself and learn the most valuable skill in history by getting a digital product from me. And what we do with those digital products is we teach you how to be more valuable, how to be more relatable, and how to be more consistent in your marketing so people find you on social media, your business, your product, your service. What's going on, Froy? How you doing? Nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. I was just talking about the app right here. So if you want to get into the app, you can definitely go to my link tree. It'll say Millionaire Insight app monthly. Click on that link, handle your business, and you will get in there. Once I see you, bing, bang, boom, you are approved. And we'll get you into where you need. We'll get you in there like swimwear. What's going on, Rosie? Thank you so much for joining. Rosie, hey, what's going on? So, guys, this week, speaking of which, and I said, listen, at the end of the day, I'm a man of my word. So here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to switch it up a little bit. And yes, we're going to get to some Q&A pretty early here. But before we do that, before we actually get into that, I want to get into exactly what we do here, but also the webinar that's coming up tomorrow. It's your boy's birthday. Like, that is one of the best birthday gifts ever, to have this launch party, to have this webinar on my birthday. It is going to be absolute and utter fire. So if you have not already gotten your access, you haven't gotten your registration done, you need to get right here. Go to the link in the bio, click on the very first link that you see that says join the academy. You'll get on the email list and you will be able to get your exclusive invite, right? It's by invitation only. We got the velvet ropes out. It's going to be a red carpet type event because we're changing digital marketing forever again, right? Because we've done it twice inside of 18 months. The last time we did this, we took digital marketing, we're shaking that joint like this, right? And trust me, we literally had, and listen, people might not want me to talk about this, but we have the company that we actually got the rights from for these digital products, right? These franchise rights, we got the company drafting after us. Ain't that something? It's crazy. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should see what's going on with Infinity Processing Systems right now. It's actually something that makes me smile on a regular basis, knowing that one of my mentors started something because she purchased the product, they gave her the rights to it, and now she's doing it better than them. Listen to me. If somebody who knew nothing about social media, and my mentor, or one of my mentors, I should say, a single mom with 6 kids, if she could come in here, know nothing about social media, and inside 18 months get to 7 figures, listen to me. You've been on social media for how long? For how long you been on social media? Okay, so let's have a little fun right quick. If y'all can do something for me. Put how many months or years you've been on this platform. Just this one. Not to mention FB and YT and all that. Just put how many months or years you've been on the platform in the chat. I would like to see. I know I've been on social media, period, since 2002. Excuse me, and y'all laugh every time I say this, but MySpace. You remember Tom? I've been on social media for a long time, about 20 years almost, right? Let's see. Erica says 2 years, right? How many people have been on here faithfully day? And yes, I did say that, day. No V, day, right? But yet you're not getting paid for the stuff you already do now, right? What am I talking about? Liking, commenting, and sharing stuff that moves you, that you relate to. How would you actually like to monetize that? Right? Think of things like TikTok Shop. What are they doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, I just got this thing in the TikTok Shop. You wouldn't believe the stuff I just got. You gotta check it out. It's actually changing my life and doing something good for my day. And I'm telling you, man, you need to go down to the link below and check out this thing right here. Whatever trending product you see, right? Personally, one of my favorites is the Arizona monitor, but hey, that's another conversation for another live stream. I'm going to get y'all up on game pretty soon because it's coming. So yes, so let's get to the fun stuff. Greetings, your highness. Dean, what's going on, man? The premium king in the house, what's going on? Let's go. So guys, you know, we gonna do a little something like this. We gonna start it off right here, because, you know, we gotta do it. Because last night, y'all showed up and showed out. So, you know, every time we hit the mark, we hit our likes goal, I promise you guys that I'll break out the championship belt. Because why? Because we champions around here. And yes, you did not see... Wrong. This is the WWE Universal Championship. Because, like I said, we champions around here. And because y'all showed up and showed out 15,600 likes, I want to see if we could beat that tonight. Let's see how long it'll take us to beat that 15,600 in the live stream tonight. So we hit 12K, we gonna see it again. But listen to me. I like to remind y'all how much of an awesome person y'all are. And whether you have one of these or you don't, you got to think of yourself as a champion. Because that's what we do here at Kingdom Digital Academy. That's what we do here at Millionaire Insight. We teach people to be champions. Speaking of champions, here he comes, Jimmy Right Hand. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining. So let's see. Oh yeah, if you are in this room right now, you are surrounded by champions. So by default, you are champion. Dean with the question, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Let me see what you got. What you got for me? Send it right down the center. All right, we're going to put this 20-pound weight to the side for a minute because we about to go to work. So what's your question, Dean? You want to come up in the box to ask, or you want to post it in the chat? It's up to you. You don't have to put your camera on because I know, you know, it's dinner time and stuff like that, so you can rock out in the chat or in the request box. Let's see, just need some direction, info on what to do to get an app. So I think you were asking about this either last live stream or the one before. So there are several ways to do it, right? One of the things I have done is I went to an app called Spaces. It's an app platform by Wix, right? Because I have my business website through Wix.com, right? And I built that website myself. So one of the things I am able to do is have a, Spaces, right? So it's Spaces by Wix. So it's an app hosting platform that they do. And listen, Wix.com, you can actually get on Wix.com for free, but I have a paid version which gives me so much. I don't even know. Like the other night, I think it was last night or the night before, I discovered that I could actually have a full-blown community on my website space, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's coming, and I already announced that Kingdom Digital Academy is going to be changing. But here's the thing. I didn't have an idea how much until the Lord showed me. He was like, this is where you got to actually pay attention to all the stuff you got access to. And I was like, Jesus, is this for real? Let's go. I am so excited because there is so much available on the Wix platform. So, bro, if I'm giving you my personal recommendation, go to Wix.com. Go to Wix.com. You'll be able to, and here's the thing that, full transparency, I've been able to do this where you can first start out with an app hosted on Spaces, and then you could graduate to your own branded app. Now, the difference would be the app by Spaces, you're temporarily being hosted until you decide that you want your own branded app. Now, it comes with some bells and whistles to have your own branded app, obviously being featured in the Google Play Store or in the App Store. So that's what that means, but it's a higher cost. And even the space where you can have your app through Spaces is something that I pay for, right? So look into it and see if it's for you, right? And then you'll be able to decide, okay, this is what you can do. And I love it so much because I'm able to do so much more on the Wix platform. And listen, they're not paying me. I'm not sponsored by Wix. I wish I was, because I've had this website now since 2018, I believe. 2018, 2017, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2017. So I promise you, man, I stand behind it. I like it, and I'm able to do so much more than I could ever even dream with that. There's all kinds of integration. This is definitely turning into a Wix commercial. But I hope that answers your question, my friend. Winning in business. What's going on? A winning business. I added an in there for you. Guys, I am excited not just because it is launch week, but again, well, yeah, not just because it's launch week and it's my birthday, and thank you guys for all the well wishes. I am excited for the fact that there is going to be a new season being birthed of business owners that are moving towards radically changing people's lives here in the digital growth community and in the Kingdom Digital Academy. Like, if y'all don't already know, we have been growing like wildfire across this globe. People are catching the vision, right? And what's that vision? The vision is 100,000 people, 100,000 members all across the globe that are literally learning digital marketing skills to be able to showcase their gifts, their talents, their business, their products, their services. So listen, it's a movement. It's been a movement since 2022. You just now finding out about it. I found out about it in 2023, and I decided, look, I'm catching on. I'm catching the wave, because you go on all these social media platforms and they tell you, okay, well, you should do this next, and this is going to be popular, and this is going to be the next big thing. But people need to understand that success rewards foresight and not hindsight, right? And I'm gonna show you an example, right? By the way, if you want to get to work with me, go up here, go to the link in my bio, and enter your email so you can get on the email list, so I can send you some information about the Academy and how you can get to learn the most valuable skill set in human history. Or you can go get in my coaching app right now. It's $29.97. You get an hour with me plus weekly training and mentoring, and you get me, you, and your business at least once a week, right? But listen, I want to show y'all something, right? People think that when everybody's doing something is the time to actually jump on and do it, right? Instinct will go, oh, well, when I see so-and-so doing it, I'm going to jump on it, right? When I see my auntie doing it, my uncle doing it, my cousins doing it, when everybody else is talking about it, right, then I'm going to do it. Because then you see and you feel comfortable, because again, we talk about this all the time on this live stream. Human beings love commonality. We love to find something in common with somebody next to us. But here's the thing, in business and in ownership, people get rewarded for foresight, not hindsight, right? So think about this. Y'all remember, who remembers Redbox? Who remembers Redbox? Or better yet, let's take it one evolution back. Who remembers Blockbuster? Anybody mature enough to remember Blockbuster? Anybody? Am I the only one? I actually worked there. I had the khaki pants on. I had the blue and yellow shirt on. I was walking around slinging DVDs and VHSs, right? Oh, I'm the only one that know about Blockbuster? Come on now. I know some people in here. Okay, so there you go. Right? See, most people would think, okay, Blockbuster, what is that, right? And I remember watching that business slowly dwindle away, right? Because I used to work at a Blockbuster. I used to be in that space where you're actually, somebody dropped the slogan, April, thank you for dropping the slogan, be kind and rewind, right? I literally saw somebody get chewed out for not rewinding a VHS tape, right? But I used to work there, right? And I used to come down there walking around the store and stuff like that. Like, used to have to make sure the DVDs, maybe this is just me showing my age, but I remember when I would be working at Blockbuster and when we started to get an influx of DVDs in, right? See, Kevin knows. What's up, Superman? Kevin said Hollywood Video or Blockbuster. Yeah, I used to work at Blockbuster. I personally was a Blockbuster fan because it was my job and it was what I knew. And Hollywood, I don't know, the Hollywood Video that was around my city was a little bit strange, right? I don't know why. Every time I went in there, it just felt a little strange. But, I remember working in Blockbuster and having to fix the DVD players versus the VHSs. And we used to get annoyed because we were used to the VHS tapes. We were used to setting them up a certain way. And then when you get more DVDs in, you had to do one section with VHSs, one section with DVDs. And then, because, things were transitioning. Guys, this is like 1998, 1999, right? So, and this is coming to the year 2000 back then. So, they've just started getting more common with it. And we used to be so annoyed because we used to have to make sure they were sequential, everything was straight, and nothing was off, right? But here's the thing. After a while, because of the lack of vision, right, Redbox came along and Blockbuster lost their spot. And first, it was Hollywood Video. It's so funny that Kevin mentioned Hollywood Video, but they were the first to lose their lunch, right? Because they had this startup named Redbox. They were like, yeah, people are going to go to like 7-Eleven or some other places they used to have them, or Walgreens, and they would get DVDs, like getting movies and stuff like that, like a vending machine. And people, especially investors, like who really did not see the vision, they were like, what are you talking about? You getting a movie out of a vending machine? Are you mad? Are you mad, child? Like, seriously, I did that for y'all yesterday because who was on yesterday definitely remember me hitting that on Michelle's live, right? But they were like, are you crazy? What are you talking about? You can't have movies. Like, how you going to fit a VHS or a DVD in a vending machine? And they're like, yeah, we're going to do that, right? And yeah, exactly. It was a crazy concept at the time, right? It wasn't something people would imagine to say it would become a thing. They were like, oh, yeah, that's not going to be a thing. That's not going to catch on. Yeah, and GameFly is another one, right? But what happened after that? Streaming platforms were like, well, here's what we're going to do. We're not going to have DVDs anymore. We're going to have movies that people can watch directly from their house, right? Pay-per-view was never, I shouldn't say never a new thing, But pay-per-view have been out for a lot of years. Since I was like 14, 15, pay-per-view been a thing, right? As far as I remember. But when this new iteration came out with streaming platforms, they couldn't catch it either. They were like, "Are you serious? So you're meaning we're not gonna go out? Yeah, pay-per-view, right? You're gonna go out there and you're gonna tell people that they no longer have to go to Blockbuster, they no longer have to go to Hollywood Video, they no longer have to go even to Redbox, right? And get their movies. They can do it right from their home. Like, why would people want to do that? And it's like, are you serious? Why wouldn't people want to do that? But people who got it would be the ones that would catch on, that would do the most about it, right? Oh, yeah. Kevin's like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, Tyson versus Lewis. Yeah, I remember. Listen, you remember when them pay-per-views went from like, I think it was like $39 to like $50. People were like outraged. They were like, "What is this? Why are y'all charging so much for an event?" Right? And especially like sporting events, people used to be hot, man. Paying so much and then your cable wouldn't work or the satellite would go out. People would be so annoyed, right? And people, listen, I know plenty of people that used to work at DTV that were super pissed because they were on the business end of a tongue lashing, right? But the thing that people really miss about that time period was foresight. Each one of those variations of those companies or those industries, and we're just talking about the movie and TV industry, right? Each one of those innovations, it came with a bunch of people who saw it, and it came a bunch of people who hated on it and didn't want to see it, right? And here's the thing, digital marketing, I'm not talking about digital marketing here, drawing that reference to digital marketing. I'm talking about the fact that people don't get that the digital growth community and Kingdom Digital Academy are going to change an industry forever, right? We are one of the fastest growing people or group on the school platform, SKOOL. If anybody's ever heard of Alex Hormozy, you hear him talk about it. You hear Sam Ovens, who's the creator and founder of the school platform, talk about it. The digital growth community is the number one business community on the school platform. And we're literally changing the face of an industry because we're committed to getting people to understand and to internalize the value of the most powerful industry ever in human history, which is digital marketing. We're teaching people how to be more valuable, more relatable, and more consistent in their content so people find your business, product, or service, right? This is what we're doing here. And some people like Blockbuster and Hollywood Video and Redbox and all them, right? And Netflix and Hulu and all that kind of stuff. Now it's all the rage. But here's the thing. There will be people that don't see it. You'll see it now. Like, you'll have people that'll come in the comments or they'll go in videos and they'll comment on it. Like, there's no way that's going to work. Thank you so much for the crane, my brother. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you for busting out with the crane. All right. So one of the things is that I really appreciate about this time period, it feels brand new again, doesn't it? It feels so brand new again. And the funny thing is, we actually revolutionized the game almost 9 months ago now, 10 months ago. We revolutionized the digital marketing space by announcing the digital growth community's mission in the industry. And now we're doing it again. How many times have you seen any entity revolutionize an industry so many different times, so many different ways? What's going on, Amy? Thank you so much for the heart, me sis. I appreciate you. But yeah, nice to have you. Good to see you too. And this is the thing, like, so many people would say, okay, this is this course, this is that course, this is this industry, this is that industry, but never before have you seen an industry that has grown so exponentially, but also so quickly. Like digital marketing went from a multi-million dollar industry in 2019 and it's 2024 and it's currently $1 billion a day industry, right? So in 2027, I believe they say there's a couple varying stats. Excuse me. There's a couple varying stats that digital marketing will be a multi-trillion-dollar industry before it turns the year 2030. So let's see. Digital marketing and streaming apps is in this comparison. Yeah, exactly. Because there's so many varying iterations of it. It's not even funny. Like I keep saying, digital marketing is how the planet Earth promotes anything using the internet and using social media. See, what you don't realize is that so many people miss the fact that we do this stuff anyways. There are literally 450 million active users on social media. Is it million or billion, Kevin? You gotta fact check that for me. I know 150 million people on this platform right now that are active, right? And they're all doing the same thing I get paid for. Believe it or not, even you, right now, if you're brand new, listen, let's do this. If you're brand new, put a 1 in the comments. If you're not brand new, you know who I am, what I do, put a 2 in the comments. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate y'all. But listen, if you are brand new, you need to know something. You Kevin said 13. So you put this into perspective for a second, right? You do this anyway. You get on social media for an average of 4 to 8 hours a day. And yes, people do get on there for like 8 hours, right? And we're not just talking about business owners. We're just talking about regular people just doing this right here all day. This right here. This right here. I'm surprised people don't get carpal tunnel doing this right here, right? And so you spend 8 hours doing it anyway, liking, commenting, and sharing content that you agree with, that you think is funny, or you think is moving, or you think is whatever it is that you find value in, but you're not getting paid for it, right? And I've been saying that for years, but this is the thing. People see this every day. How old is the concept of getting paid to refer people? It is probably as old as time. Hey, I like something. You should try it out. Oh, great. You try it out, and this person that created the product refers somebody else to get somebody else to refer the product. People show up. And for the people that did the referring and for the customers that came, the person doing the referring gets an actual percentage of whatever the product sale gets made. It just so happens here we get 100%, right? What's going on, Brian? Thank you so much for joining. So, evening, my brother. Thank you so much for being here, man. It's always a pleasure to see you. So, think about it like this. You already get paid to do it. You already see it every day of your life, right? But here's the thing. People will talk about college. Okay, so when you're 16, you start to be what is the word? You start to be steered towards applying for colleges. But what is the expectation? The expectation is you're going to learn something that you're either one, passionate about, or two, going to make a lot of money in. Now, most things that you're truly passionate about don't pay really well on average. There are some exceptions, right? And most things that pay a lot of high reward may not be as fulfilling, right? Because you could make 100 grand a year or make 250 grand a year, but you'll probably never be home with your family, right? This is why I say I don't care what you call it. I don't care how much it costs, or how much you say you're going to pay me. If I'm spending 85, 90 hours a week away from my family and missing my kids growing up and having my relationship with my wife fracture because I don't see them anymore, right? Is it really worth it, right? So you get told that you go to college to get a major in something to say, I'm either going to make a lot of money or do something I'm passionate about. What if I told you digital marketing is the most powerful, most valuable skill set you can learn in human history? Why? Because it teaches you the common denominator, whether it's meaningful or whether it pays a lot of money, right? Listen, passive income with Helena, senior Helena says, all these young kids majoring in communication because it's easy. You know, the ironic thing about that statement is these kids are majoring in communication but don't know how to communicate to save their life. Because everything is shortened, everything is an acronym, everything is not what it seems, right? Or is it just me? Or is it that I'm getting a little up in my 40s, so I'm not really with the whole linguistic thing, right? But this is the thing, they can't communicate. So much so that, like I'm saying, you see digital marketing and referring stuff everywhere. You get somebody to go to Nobu, that's a sushi place. You get somebody to go to Nobu, trust me, that's a referral. You just didn't get paid for it. You get someone to go to Chick-fil-A that didn't have Chick-fil-A before, like, yo, you gotta try that spicy chicken. You have to, this so awesome. Like, just the way that the bread just fits and just the crispiness of the chicken, like, and the milkshakes, you need to stop that right now. You gotta go to Chick-fil-A and get that. But did you get paid for it? Probably not, right? But people do it every day. I draw the example all the time of Keith Lee, which is the food reviewer on, man, I want Chick-fil-A now. Right? Chick-fil-A should shoot me a little fee for just advertising them just now. But listen, I'm telling you guys that we have done this millions of times over. We have just never learned how to get paid for doing it. Arby's. Anybody else? Kevin says, eat a cow. eat a chicken. Oh my gosh. What was that? What was their tagline? Eat more chicken. The cow was holding up to eat more chicken. Have you ever tried their chocolate chip cookie? Whose? Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A or Arby's? I haven't tried Chick-fil-A. Have I ever tried that? I think so. I'm sorry, but as far as chocolate chip cookies are concerned, there's this company called Crumble, has my vote hands down. Like, oh my goodness, like, you know, and I don't want to sound sacrilegious here, but it's almost like Jesus tapping you on the shoulder and go, here, bro, this is for you. Like, it's just, and you pop that thing in the microwave for 15 seconds, forget about it. You're right at the gate. I'm telling you, it is amazing. But here's the thing, like, yeah, I definitely will try that. I will have to try that one. Stop it. I'm making Brian hungry. Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. But listen, guys, we do this stuff enough already. It's just now I don't understand where and why social media, from the time you pick up a phone and you get on TikTok or you get on any other social media platform and you hear someone talk about referring people for something, it seems like this brand new thing. I'm like, nah, man, ain't no way that's legit. Ain't no way that's true. What do you mean? You probably just did it like 10 minutes before you got on here. But you just didn't get paid for it. Here, we're going to teach you how to get paid for it. We're going to teach you how to be more valuable. And listen to me. Y'all are deep in this food conversation. Y'all are deep in this food conversation in the chat. People talking about bacon wrapped shrimp. People hey, listen. Y'all really need to understand this food conversation is real in here in this chat right now. But guys, I'm telling you, what we do here is literally what you do every day, but don't get paid for. Right? Think about something that you refer. Okay, so, all right, let's switch the topics for a second because everybody hungry in the chat right now. Or you know what happened? You know what? We going to do this. We going to lean in a little bit. So, we were just talking about like chocolate chip cookies, right? So, who y'all think has the best? Who y'all think has the best? So, let's go top 3 as far as chocolate chip cookies, like gourmet chocolate chip cookies. I don't know if anybody else is into dessert like I am, but I'm hardcore into dessert like that. Let's see, get monetized social media now going for a Sonic Shake after. Mrs. Fields, what? You did not just say that, Helena. Mrs. Fields. I forgot. And listen. Mrs. Fields, man, listen. When I first tried that, I almost fell out. Liana, I tried Wegmans before, and I was pleasantly shocked. So we got Crumble, we got Wegmans, we got Chick-fil-A, we got Mrs. Fields. Now, check this out. Do you know that there are these mom and pop places? And this is why I love mom and pop places, right? Who said it gotta be warm like the chocolate chip microwave? Yes, listen to me. Okay, so I'm gonna take this little moment to segue here into this. Things like cookies and apple pies, they have to be microwaved. Not for too long so you can scald off the roof of your mouth, just long enough. I'm talking about depending on how powerful your microwave is, probably about 15 seconds, if that much. 12 seconds at best, right? It's gotta be warm. And if you can have some vanilla ice cream, see? Listen, how can two people agree unless they walk together? Pastor Brian breaks out with the vanilla bean ice cream. Not just regular vanilla, the vanilla bean ice cream. That is my man, 100 grand right there. Vanilla bean ice cream. And you got that top with, listen, I'm telling you. But listen to this. The concept of the mom and pop store. People that may not always get the attention they deserve because of the quality of food, right? The quality of chocolate chip cookie they may be able to put out there may not be well known, but everybody knows that one restaurant that nobody really knows about, or more people should know about, but they don't. But why is that even a thing, right? It means that you could have the best product, the best service, the best business. You could have the best chocolate chip cookie in history. Like when you bite into the chocolate chip cookie, you feel like you're just getting a warm hug, right? Like, you ever had something that good where you bit into that piece of food and it just was a life-changing experience? Only had it happen a couple times. But you know of so many businesses that are high quality, but not enough people know about it. Listen, y'all off into some ice cream and some Snickers now. This food chat is getting out of hand. These people, I know with those of y'all that will watch this after this, especially if you're listening to this on the podcast, listen to me. These people are off in the chat, hungry and making each other hungry in this chat. But listen, and listen, it's a good thing the Holy Spirit made me really good at segues and tie-ins, right? But just the same way you know of these things and you're thinking of these businesses and these food types right now in the chat, and all of y'all hungry, but y'all know these businesses that should be getting more light than they really are. Digital marketing is what's making the difference, and I'll show you how. I mentioned Keith Lee in my live a little bit earlier tonight. He is a famous food reviewer, probably one of the most famous food reviewers on TikTok, right? Fully monetized. I think he just did one of those bigger brands. One of those bigger brands partnered up with him. I forgot which one. I think it was Wingstop or something like that. I forgot which one, right? But don't quote me on that. But I want to say he's a Christian influencer. Who's a food reviewer. But listen, because of digital marketing, because of social media, because of platforms like TikTok, he is literally able to turn on his phone, jump on social media, make a 5 to 10 minute video, trying someone's product, trying someone's restaurant, and literally they will have lines out the door. They would go from only having one person making the food, ringing up the orders, and getting people served to needing to hire people on the spot, talking about, I need you to help me with all these orders because I can't hope to fill all these things, right? It's literally what we see happen every single day on TikTok, right? There is nothing more powerful for a business than to have someone who has a highly engaged audience refer them to their business. It's literally what we teach people to do. That way, those business owners that maybe had 5 or 6 people, per shift as far as breakfast, lunch, or dinner, who maybe had 5 or 6 customers barely treading water, keeping their business afloat. I've literally seen where Keith Lee himself has literally been used by God to save businesses. I'm talking about they're about to close their doors on Tuesday, but because the video came out on Friday, the weekend, their business is back on track and no longer in danger of being closed down. Why? Because of the power of social media, because of the power of digital marketing skills. And it's not just for restaurants. It's for whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, HVAC technician, whether you're a dentist, you're an orthodontist, you're a massage therapist, whatever it is, right? But just the same way that you can learn these skills or learn skills like these in a secondary institution where you will pay anywhere from $63,000 to $136,000 to learn digital marketing and learn how to reach people and move them from one place to another where you need them to be. You can literally learn this right now, tonight. You can get on the path to learning this skill for less than the cost of what your iPhone would have cost you. Well, a new one, because the new ones are how much now? Kevin is my resident fact checker. The iPhone 15, how much is regular price for the iPhone 15 now? Last time I checked anything Apple, it was like $900. So Helena says $1,200. I got $1,200. I got $1,600. So so let's take the low estimate from Helena. Let's say $1,200, and you get you a low memory, like one of the standard, right, OEM stock iPhones, no bells and whistles, just the $1,200 for the iPhone, right? let's say iPhone 15. How many people are going to sell an iPhone? Tell me, how many companies? Verizon, T-Mobile, all those people, right? Sprint, is Sprint even a thing anymore? I don't know. But imagine for how many people have actually sold an iPhone, right? But think about people who buy them. People will floss and say, okay, yeah, now I can feel like somebody because I got an iPhone. But is your iPhone making you money? Because I'm sorry, and this is not to sound braggy or nothing, but listen, because of the iPhone that I have, I've 10x my income, right? The iPhone Pro Max, Kevin brought up this stat in the chat here. The iPhone Pro Max is $13.99 plus tax. So out the door, you're going to probably pay $14.75. You know, $75 for that charger block because it's something serious, right? You know, 90% of people wouldn't even expect to not pay, to have to pay for a charger block, right? But they make you pay that. And I jest about the $75 thing, but I'm just saying, right? It's a lot more than it should be, right? I remember when you used to buy phones and they used to come with a charger cord, right? But you pay, let's say for argument's sake, $14.50 for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And the average person would spend time not not including the case. The case is another $50-$60. So out the door, case and everything, you'll probably end up paying $1,500. Because you gotta buy AirPods, you gotta buy case, you gotta buy whatever else you want to go with your iPhone, right? You got about $1,500. Yes, you know, you can do a lot more things. You can have a lot more fun, take a lot more great videos. But what's it all for if you can't use it to actually make you some money? I can safely say that this phone has made me dozens of times more than it's worth. So was it a good investment? Bro, sis, are you new here? This is digital marketing we talking about. So for less than the cost of a base model phone, no extras, no bells and whistles, no nothing. For less than that, we're talking less than $1,000 here. You can have a done-for-you business that you get to decide how much you want to make every single month. You get to decide. You get to learn the most valuable skill set in human history, and you get to write your own check, right? Over the last 15 years, almost 17 years now, I have Kevin, the Holy Ghost knows you never miss a beat, man. Every time I go into something poignant, you hit that joke right dead center. But listen, I almost lost my train of thought on that one. It was really funny. But you can sit up here and literally for less than $1,000 get yourself a done-for-you business that runs automatically for you, right? Because you create valuable, relatable, consistent content, right? You spend 2 to 3 hours a day and you're able to put your business out there, and you'll know how to actually be more valuable in your content. Put a CTA in your content, a call to action, so you get conversation in your comments, so you actually get your video pushed out. Because guys, these are machines. They're machines, and we can teach you how to reprogram them. Literally teach you how to reprogram them by telling them what to do. Instead, and listen, this sounded like music to my ears when I first realized it. That I could literally go from chasing people down, bugging friends and family, making phone calls anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day, to never having to call people on the phone to try to get them my product, business, or service, never have to go prospecting in the traditional way where you're going around asking people if they want what you got, never have to bug friends and family members, and you're literally going to get a system where you can make an income while you sleep in the most valuable industry, period. Not in the last 20 years. Not in the last 30, period. Because there's never been a more valuable skill set in human history. Never. Because even the ones you're thinking about, oh, nah, Nick, doctors are more valuable. Nurses are more valuable. Fire, EMT, medical personnel, or more, emergency medical response personnel are more valuable. I get it, but how you think they learned where they could go to get their training? You want to take a guess? In the 21st century, where do you think they went to learn where they could possibly go to school to get that education? Exactly. The internet. How many people are taking courses online? And that stuff baffles me. Baffles me that people will sit up here and say, well, digital marketing is saturated. Digital marketing is not really a thing. I see some people doing it, but it's never going to catch. Really? Really? So if that's the case, then all these online colleges, all these online courses will go the way of the dodo because digital marketing, according to those people, is no longer a thing. So you're getting a skill set in the most powerful, most valuable skill set in human history. You're going to get to learn that. You're going to get a mentor that is actually doing what you're learning, right? Is actually doing what you're learning. And they're going to actually teach you what's working right now. If people can sell digital currency, why can't I sell digital cookies? It's funny that you mentioned that, but the play on words is you actually do sell those. You just don't know you're doing it, right? But not in what you're talking. I understand where you're going, and y'all listen to me. Y'all gonna have a bunch of people at Chick-fil-A shocked because you got a line of cars more than usual, and like 50 cars are going to be asked for chocolate chip cookies because y'all just had this live stream hopping with the concept of chocolate chip cookies, right? But guys, there is no more time to waste. It's 2024. I'm sorry to let you know, friends. I'm sorry to let you know. Digital marketing is not going away. And the more that you wait on it, the more that you sit on it, the more you watch it happen. And you're going to say, a year from now, man, I was there when that dude or that girl was only at this much, and now they've made millions doing this. I should have went there. I should have did that. I should have taken the $659 or the $339 or the, what is that, $189, right? If I'm doing my math right. I did that one just off the top of my head. It just floated off like that. Or, or the $89. $89. Are y'all really thinking about this? There's a guy in our community, Khalif, because we got 4 digital products, right, that I promote in this live stream. He started with $50. That's where he started, but the key is he didn't stay there, right? He did not stay there. And when he started, as soon as he got somebody that wanted a product, he said, okay, cool, let's get you in, let's get you worked out. And he upgraded. You get 60 days right now in Infinity Processing Systems to upgrade to a higher digital product, from the first one to the second one to the third one to the fourth one, right? You pay the difference, right? You have 60 days. And he hustled and he did it. And he got from $50 to the premium product, the $600 platform, right? Because it's 50, 150, 300, 600, right? It goes from 25% of the training to 100% of the training at the premium product, right? And he went from there. Like, I remember going through the papers when I was like maybe 21, 22, right? And looking for college courses. And was like, man, these courses are like $200, $250. I don't have it like that right now, right? I want to get these $350 per credit hour. It's like, man, I don't have that much right now. And what I'm literally telling you right now in this live stream is literally for $659 one time, zero monthly fees, right? You could get a done-for-you business in the most valuable industry in human history, which is digital marketing. You're going to get 5 mentoring calls a week. Plus, you're going to get me one-on-one with you every week for an hour, me, you, and your business. Plus, you're going to actually get more training about this industry. And every time something changes, it updates. Every time it changes, again, it updates. But with a mentor like me, I don't just teach you the stuff that changes. Oh, now we got to change this. Now we got to change that. I teach you what's called evergreen concepts. Because in the digital marketing world, while everything else is constantly moving, constantly changing, I'm going to teach you concepts that will never change. Like what I dive into with the 4 keys to creating more relatable content video course. I literally teach you how to tell your story, how to get your message down and hone that message so when you speak, you're more effective. Because guys, at the end of the day, in 2023, I was struggling to make consistent income, even though I was a business owner, even though I had that stamp against my name that I am a CEO of a company, right? And in business, negotiating high-level contracts, but I still was not making as much consistency in income as I wanted to. Being disabled, being denied 4 times for disability, I couldn't rely on them while I built my business in the earlies. So I had seasons of feast and famine where I would have more than enough some quarters and less than enough in more quarters, right? But think about people that are not in business. I was there too. Got fired unwittingly from my last position at a W-2 income job. You think they're going to give you control? No. You think that $20 an hour, $30 an hour, because they named W-2 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever it is, that your job is secure? No. As long as your income is in someone else's hands, you do not have control, my friends. And neither did I. So I knew I had to do something different. So in 2023, I decided, you know what? I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to learn the most valuable skill set in human history. I'm going to get sharper at it. I'm going to get more valuable with it. And I'm going to tack on social media to understand exactly how marketing and social media blend together so I can be more valuable and more relatable to more people in business so that people will find me. And in 2023, I was able to add 18, about to be 19 new income streams. 19, right? And this is the thing, and I'm gonna come to that because I want to touch that, right? But this is the thing. 18 new income streams added by God's grace and God's grace alone. But because I learned these skills, I now can teach these skills. And I do that every single day, Monday through Friday. Well, this week, Monday through today, Monday through Thursday, because, tomorrow's my birthday, right? So I get on here every day and educate people about the most valuable skill set in human history that helped me 10x my income. I get on here and I teach you that, right? I show you that and give you exactly what you need to be able to go out there. And I'm not just telling you, he gonna be 32 tomorrow. Really? How you know? How you know? No, but seriously, you want an action step? You could literally get off this live stream. Take something you're passionate about. Go to canva.com, create a template, right? Or create an ebook that you could literally have put all the information, write out what you're good at, right? Let's say you're good at finance, or you're good at baking, or you're good at cooking, or you're good at fixing things, right? Pick something. Pick something you've been through, been walking through, learned how to do better than most people. Like, you got that one, Justin says, carrot cake, but I want to do something else. Like, if you're good at baking chocolate chip cookies, you could literally get a recipe and say, this is how mine is different. And I'm going to give you if you're a dessert person like me, you could definitely get this chocolate chip cookie recipe and it's going to be the bomb, right? So you could create that. Create something you're passionate about. Attach a price to it. Don't apologize for your price, and talk about how learning that skill or making that recipe, what it means to you, what it's done for you, how it's changed your life. And trust me, people will come to buy it. Why? Because people don't buy products and services. They buy the people selling them, right? So I want to address Helena's comment here, and I'm going to read this because thank you guys for the birthday wishes, by the way. It's going to be exciting tomorrow. It's going to be a movie, I'm promising you. Let's see. Helena says, teach me with this crazy Chicago accent. I was about to say accent. Sorry. But you know what, Helena? People think the things that make them different is a bad thing, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger had one of the most recognizable and unmistakable Austrian accents in history. Tell me one person that don't know the "I'll be back" line. But James Cameron had vision. James Cameron, after Arnold was told so many times that he would never be famous, never be an action star, they told him he never would be able to act because people don't understand the words you're saying. And how many people remember the term, get to the chopper, right? He made those lines famous. His "I'll be back" line, just the way he said it. Jim Cameron said the only reason that movie did as good as it did was that one line. So Helena, I say this to say this to you, that it's what makes you unique. That Chicago accent, you're going to be attracting people like nobody's business, because they'll be like, where is she from? She ain't from around here, so I just like to sit and listen to her talk. So they'll get on your live stream and they're like, oh, okay, so how you say that? And at first they might laugh. First they might, they might say something, but listen to me. People will come to find out about, this lady with that thick Chicago accent, which I'm so a fan of, right? Because I saw that, I forgot what commercial it was. I think it was a Hyundai Genesis commercial where I think it was Mark Wahlberg and Chris Evans, right? They were doing the park the car thing, and I was like, that is so genius. It's uniqueness. You guys have to realize, because this is online, because this is social media, standing out is a good thing. And listen, why do you think I call Kevin Superman? Right? Because he's not ashamed to flash that arm that he has a part missing, right? Siri don't like Google. y'all see that one video with them fighting? That thing is hilarious. But listen, the thing I want to tell you guys is that, or Alexa, oh, that's so funny, man. But listen, it's our differences. It's the differences not only in us, but in our stories. That's what is going to make the difference. It's what's gonna get us to the success that we would like to have. And the other things too, not forgetting the accent itself won't get you, because I could talk like a Trini all day, but I still have to be valuable. I still have to tell people good information that they want to hear. It's not just talking in an accent, right? You have to be valuable, but that will be something that is attractive. Like I told y'all before, in the community, you are enough. You, just as you are enough. All you have to realize is what you don't know is what's going to get you to the next level. What's going on, Sonny? Thank you so much for joining. I couldn't get that out for a second. everything going to give them value. Yeah, everything. It's everything got to get them value. You know, you can't just do that just so and expect to make some money. I gotcha. I see y'all. Wait. What just happened? He just spoke another language. What just happened? What's up, cute creative entrepreneur? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Guys, if you want to work with me, there's one of two ways. You can buy a course from me right here. Go to the first tile in that link in bio. Put your email in and get that course information. Get how we teach you the most valuable skill set in human history. Or you can access my app. Go into the link tree and actually go to where it says Millionaire Insight app. It's $29 per month, $29.97 per month. You get my training, my mentorship, my coaching, me, you, and your business at least an hour every single week, going through how to be more valuable, more relatable, and more consistent in your content. Trust and believe you are going to get value. Natalie, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. All right, so Kevin said, there it is. Nick just let out his inner Trini. Inner? You acting like it hid somewhere. It's not hidden, it's here. But yeah, that is one of the more powerful things. So Helen, I hope you received that message, sis. Don't be scared to be you. If it's one person that constantly reminds me of that every single day on this platform, it's Kevin Spencer. Like, seriously. And I know you didn't expect this, Kevin, but it's literally why I call you Superman. Because no matter what happens in your life, Kevin, through the ups and the downs, all the hard days you've had, all the good days you have, you continue to bring that same fire every single day. So I'm telling you, it is one of the things that we all have to realize. It's our uniqueness that is valuable. And the uniqueness in our stories, which is what will get us to the next level. So, guys, any questions? Sure, I did. Did a couple today. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. Kevin says, no. This is Virginia Nick. Oh, you try to be. I see what you're doing. You know, it's funny that people say I have a Southern accent. Like, the first time I heard that, I was like, wait, what? But I think I kind of do, because, you know, I don't really notice at the times, but sometimes I do. It becomes real apparent. I'd be like, y'all get on my nerve. No, I'm just playing. But, you know, I really want you guys to know that today you're going to have the opportunity to do something. And to take all of you and get to learning these skills. and becoming more valuable, not just in business, but in life. Because what I've done over the last 12 months, and my anniversary probably passed for digital products anniversary. I forgot to ask Justin, but I think it was March 17th. I think it was March 17th. So congratulate me. It's been a year already since I've been promoting digital products. Hey. Let's see. Go to Charleston. Go to Charleston. Those are some Southern accents. Oh yeah. We got a couple Southern people in here. I think I don't know, where is Jimmy from? Jimmy, are you still in here? I can't remember where Jimmy's from. Is it Arkansas? I don't want to assume. Suzette, what's going on? Ken, side hustle guru. Kim, I don't. Kim is still here. Where is Kim? I saw her popping in here, and I was in the middle of a point, and I didn't get to say hi. Thank you so much for joining, Ken, side hustle guru. I like the originality of that one. Oh, you're in the community. That's cool. What's up, man? Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. Hit you that follow back. I didn't realize you were following me, but you have gone so now. Wait a second. Hold up, Ken. Hold up, Ken. What is this? This man has officially hit 1,001 followers. Can we give him a bit of a shout out for that, guys? That is amazing. Congratulations. Let's see. I lived in Texas for 6 years, now in Virginia, and I've learned to say y'all. His name is Ken, who I was just talking about. His name is Ken. He's in the community. But yeah, he just hit 1,001. He literally, with me following him just now, and somebody just followed him a couple of days ago, he hit 1,000. So congratulations. Now you get to go live. Yes, you do. You get to go live. And I hope you already have been going live, because it's going to be powerful. So guys, questions, comments, concerns, because it's about to be 8:20 here in a minute. And your boy's anxious to get that pre-party going. So I'm going to get me some chilies. I'm going to get me some movies, and we are going to have a blast, because it's go time. So let's see. Come join the circus. It's so funny, and not to poke fun, because God knows I love her, like a sister. What you call it? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, how Michelle says wash. She doesn't say wash. She says wash, like Worcestershire, wash. Like she says wash your hands. But just accents on a whole just fascinate me so much. She's from Kansas, so it's always interesting, and it's always so endearing when she says different words, and it's like, oh, that's not how you say that. Nobody gets movies they stream. Kevin. But yeah, it's true though. You ain't getting no movies. Yeah, of course I'm getting movies. I'm about to get these. Like, if y'all really look at how much I don't get to watch movies anymore, you would probably be in tears, because I love movies a whole lot. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do, period, is watch movies. Action, sci-fi. I like romantic comedies too. Don't tell nobody I told y'all that. That's just between me and y'all, right? So, let's see. Tips on connecting with others to GA. Wait, what do you mean? Wait, oops. Okay, so what did you mean to say? Tips for connecting with others to go. What were you gonna put to the end there? Because you didn't mean to put that. You had a predictive text hiccup to gain more leads. So you gotta connect. And okay, so let me see, because I would like to address this with you on in the box if you don't mind. You don't have to turn on your camera. You can just stay in audio if you want to, because I really want to address that. Because you know, I know you probably just joined, but we were going over how to be more effective and more relatable here tonight. So, if you want, I can invite you if you're up for that. Ashley, what's going on? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining. Aces of Money. That's an interesting one. I haven't seen that one before. Let's see. Hey Sally, what's going on? All right, so let me invite you. Um, is it Didi? Am I saying that right? I'm gonna invite you so you can come up here for a second. We can do like 3 minutes and we'll get you right. You don't have to come on camera. You could just stay on audio. But I invited you because I think it said the invite. It sent it. But yes. Oh, Kevin, I had to remind. I did try my other channel, and I had like 200 some, and I couldn't go live. What's going on? Is it Didi?
Yeah, it's Dee Dee.
Didi, hey, 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 what's going on? Thank you so much for coming in the box. So you were saying tips on how to get more leads, right? So
Yeah.
here's the thing. When you hear us saying, us being the community who have really kind of said, tell your story. Have you been creating content doing that?
Yeah, but I'm also kind of like I've been confused as to what direction to really focus on. Like I've switched it a couple times. Um,
What do you mean switch?
so I keep trying to refine my perfect customer.
And see, this is what's going to be different. And listen, inside the academy that I have, I teach people this one thing. Yes, there is someone that you will resonate with, that people can associate with as the perfect customer. But here's the truth behind that, right? Your perfect customer is you. Your perfect customer is you, and people like you, right? So, in about 45 seconds, do me a favor. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I got originally got the course because I'm an artist and I am a plant enthusiast. So like I study herbs and all that kind of stuff and create my own things. And so I wanted to learn how to market my own products, right? But
Mhm.
then I'm like, well, you're getting this wonderful course that you have the resale rights on. So why not try and market that as well to help me to be able to actually get out of my 9 to 5 job, which is taking all my time and I'm exhausted after work and I don't have time to spend on what I'm really passionate about. So if I can at least go down to part time or if I could quit my job, then I'd actually be able to go full time into what I'm passionate about and actually be able to actually give to the world what I've been trying to give to the world. I know I'm meant to do something and to help a people, but I can't do it if I'm exhausted and I have no more time, to do anything. So that was my digital marketing is like my path to go quicker to be able to get to what I'm called to do.
Right. So, a couple of things I want to point out to everybody watching and listening. So, do you notice, Didi, how you kind of went from very superficial to very deep to very superficial to very deep to like, I have noticed this so many times in my experience, both in coaching inside my academy and in dealing just with people in general, right? Because you went from what you do, and I want you to understand something: what you do is not who you are, right? Because remember, the original question was, tell me about yourself, right? But you started with what you do, right? And
Right.
eventually you worked around to what you're passionate about, right? You said you're an artist, right? So you are a creative person, right? That's your
Right.
first tip, right? That goes in your toolbox, right? You're an artistic person. You seem like a very passionate person because what you currently do for income, you want out of that so bad because you use the term, you want to get out of that to help the world, which also means you are a big thinker. You don't think small, right? That's a
Mm-hmm.
part of who you are, right? But I am willing to bet 10 to 1 that you have rarely, if ever, created content about your desire to impact the world through art. Have you?
No, you're right.
This is the thing. So, but this is the revelation I want you to get in this moment. How many people do you think, just conservatively, right? Thank you, Rose, for the rose. I appreciate you. How many people on average do you think are passionate about art?
Um, Maybe 20%. I don't know.
20% of the world? 10.
Passionate? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so let's use your number, right? So let's just say, and we add like 10% just for who we don't really know about and people that are on the fence about art, right? About 10 or 15% more. So about 40 to 45% of people that are actually passionate about art. Here's the catch though. They're really afraid to lean into their art because they know generally, or they have been told, that their art won't be able to support them, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
But you personally have not yet realized that your creativity, your God given gift for creativity and art, now informs not just the way you carry yourself, but the way you live. You see the world differently because you're a creative. I know because I'm a creative as well, right? I'm a poet, right? Because you're a creative, you see the world differently. But you've been told that your creativity, your art will not be able to support you. And because you've been told that your art will not be able to support you, you have felt bad about your passion for art, right? And because you've probably been told by those around you that that's not really going to make you money. That's not really going to bring you the success you want. You've put it in a corner behind that one chair, and every so often you go sit in the chair and you look at the art and you go, maybe one day we'll do this. Maybe one day I'll be able to live that dream. Well, guess what, Didi? The minute you purchased a digital marketing course, you set a date on that dream. But what you got to do in your marketing is tell people a date has been set, right? Tell people that you now have the ability to actually see the path where you can stop just working for money and working because you're passionate about what you do. Because that's what I heard when you went from you bought digital marketing to help get you money, but then you actually go into where you actually want to impact the world doing something you're passionate about doing. See, having people have these moments right here is my passion. Helping people find their purpose, their God given gift, the reason why He has them here is my gift, right? One of them, right? So, what I'm telling you is this: stop selling the plane. Stop thinking digital marketing is just a way to make money. Digital marketing is how you will get to your dream of impacting the world with your passion that is your God given creative gift to bring your heart to this planet. When you can get that passionate about what you do and how badly you want to be able to showcase what your gifts can bring to the world, your world will change radically. So much so, the people around you won't even recognize you. You understand that?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
If you tell that story, I guarantee you, look at the chat. How many people in the chat right now just believe now that BDay can accomplish that goal? Put a 1 if you believe that. Put a 1 if you connected with that. And you don't have to be passionate about art. Look at it. He connected with it, right? But guys, again, the perfect customer thing. We're still so imprisoned by it has to be a disabled father who's married, who has 2 kids, who is struggling with inconsistent income, who is actually working towards building a business and impacting the world through his speaking voice and giving the God-given gift of speaking to the world. Guys, that's still thinking too small. Don't just be defined by this figure that you got to chase across social media. This is not Carmen San Diego. This is not Where's Waldo. You're helping people just like you. People who want out, who want to get to their passion, who want to impact the world with their gifts and talents, just like you, who, because you bought a digital platform, a digital franchising business that's 90% done for you, you got the bricks taken out of the briefcase, and now your freedom date, your true freedom date has officially been set. So you go put the world on notice that you're coming.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. But the awesome thing about that, that's your story. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So thank you so much for coming up in the box. I hope that was valuable to you.
Very. I've enjoyed listening to all of your content. So you're very motivational and inspiring. And I love that you bring God into it and help us to touch into the Holy Ghost while we're working. That's the most important thing.
I give God all the praise for that because he is how I do anything. So thank you so much for that. Let me see. You want to drop down or you want to hang out?
Yeah, I can drop down.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right. So let's see. Kevin, is that you? Yeah, I'm gonna let you up. We got like I'll give it like 5 more minutes because I really got I really gotta go. But what's up, man?
What's up, brother? I just wanted to
Good.
throw in a little saying here. You not going anywhere.
Hey, listen, you hit that one more time, we got to put that on the back of his shirt.
I'm gonna have to trademark that in your drop shipping.
Exactly. Exactly, right? So,
Anywhere. Even
yeah,
with the little screaming in the background, it's just not gonna happen.
I know. These kids, man. But I want you to comment on that last conversation because I think we really, especially in the digital growth community, we really get imprisoned by this whole search for the perfect customer when we don't even realize the real meaning behind that.
So the biggest thing is we all have this thought in our head that the perfect customer is some elusive creature. But the easiest way to find the perfect customer is to look at exactly where you were a year ago.
Yeah,
Look at the emotions, the frustration, the anger, how tired you were right before you decided you were going to make your purchase. And ultimately, to get that customer, you got to speak your story. You have to allow the floodgates to just be open.
yeah,
Don't have zero reservation about the lifestyle that you were living and the emotions that you were going through, because
exactly.
that is ultimately what is going to attract your perfect customer, and that perfect customer is you.
Hmm.
So when you go live, the best thing you can do is talk to the video or talk to your audience as if, because there's a difference between a customer and an audience. I don't think people really understand that concept. They don't
Yep,
really grasp the concept that a customer is somebody that's going to buy from you one time, maybe two times, but an audience is going to buy from you no matter what you're selling every time you have something to sell.
100%.
And they're going to do that because they relate to you. They know, like, and trust you, and the only way to build that is to build that rapport. If you struggle to build that rapport with them, then you're just some other random face on TikTok that's talking, that's
Exactly.
trying to sell them. There is what is called a natural buyer's resistance. So the minute they think of it this way, okay, you remember way back in the day when they had those people that were sifting for gold, when the big gold rush was going on, they had their pan and they
Yeah,
would run it through the dirt and through the mud of the river, and they would shake it and they would sift out all the dirt and hope that they got the one little nugget. Well,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
different than what we're doing here on TikTok. Okay, TikTok is our stream. Our
Hmm.
tool is the courses that are given to us, the training that is given to us. Now we take that training and we take our pan and we stick it into the river. And we got to lift up and we got to sift through all the people that are coming through our lives that are either trolling, that are either, just watching to watch because they're bored and they got nothing else to do, and then you have your audience. Now, yes, you're going to get that fool's gold. You're going to get that in one nugget that you think is gold, and you're going to run down to town. You're going to have all that gold in your bag, and you're going to think that you just scored rich. But when you hand it over to the bank, they're going to be like, yeah, sorry, that's fool's gold. So what are you going to do? You're going to go, okay, well, shoot. You have two options there. You can either give up and run and say, I'm done with it, or you can be like, all right, I know there's something in there. Other people are doing it. Other people are getting that gold. I'm going back.
Exactly.
You grab
100%.
that stick in and you run right back to that same river. Yeah, you start a little 50 yards down the way. So suddenly you shove that pan in again and you sift it, and then you find that one piece of gold. And that one piece of gold is your perfect audience. And that's
Exactly.
no different than what we do here on TikTok. And I think if people start realizing that and seeing that, they're going to not focus so much on the losses as much as they focus on the successes, because it's very easy in human nature to focus on the failures
Hmm.
rather than the successes. And
Exactly.
that comes into play. And with natural buyer resistance, guys, you got to understand that when they come to your live, they're on your live for a reason, because they have already searched other ways to form income streams online. So that's why you're on their For You page. So
Exactly.
you've already got an interest. But now you need to captivate that interest, keep that interest, build that interest, grow that interest, give them value, as Nick always says, because that is going to be that gold nugget. That is what is going to literally just light your whole life on fire in a good terms, not in a bad term. It's not going to be like the house burning down. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But with natural bioresistance, if you look at it in this aspect, okay, automatically they're going to be building up a rock wall. They're going to be building a concrete wall in between you and them, because
Yeah.
people don't like to be sold; they like to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're coming off too salesy, instantly that wall's already built up, and it's tough to take those bricks back down. So
Yeah.
that's why it's important to engage, because when you're engaging with your audience and you're getting them to ask you questions, that's what we're here for. We welcome questions. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter of what type of question it is, as long as it's within, parameter of our goal and what your goal is. Then at that point, you're starting to take those bricks down slowly and
Slowly
sure.
but surely, yeah.
Then as soon as there's a big enough hole and you can actually step through and wrap your arm around them and walk them through it, they're going to be like, wow, okay, I was totally overthinking this process. Because in one of the books that we were reading the other day, it was from Carnegie, How to Influence Friends and Win People.
Yeah, how to win friends and influence people. Yeah.
One of the biggest things in there in the first chapter of that is people do not accept criticism properly. So you can criticize the actions that they're making, the fact that they're, waiting on their opportunities and they constantly are missing out on opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
or you can nullify that, you can make that fear almost nil,
Mm-hmm.
almost nothing. And once that fear resides from them, it just empties from them. At that point in time, you're able to take them step by step willingly.
Yep.
Because what I see a lot of people doing is they're doing the polling game, where they're trying to pull the people with them. And it's like, that's just going to build that resistance.
Yep.
They have to relate to what you are, like who you are, your experiences. That's why just the other day I was kind of watching Janie's uh, um,
Live.
friend Valerie. I was watching Valerie the other day,
Mm-hmm.
um, and she was doing really good, doing really well. But there were some areas where she could improve. So that's why I told her, you got to open those floodgates. You got to talk, because she used to be a nurse. So I was like, you got to talk about the 4 days on at
Yeah.
16 hours a day, and the 3 days off where all you wanted to do was just sleep and rest and relax.
Exactly.
You have to let them know about how you would come home through the door and your daughter would try to talk to you, but you couldn't even pay attention because your mind was just so frazzled from the
Yeah.
16-hour shift that you worked, that the only thing you were thinking about was your head on the bed.
Yep.
And that is what people are going to relate to 100%,
But
because they put themselves in that situation, like, you know what, that's absolutely right. By the time I get off of work at 5 o'clock and I deal with the hour and a half traffic ride home, I'm so frustrated and angry that I just want to eat dinner and go straight to bed.
exactly.
That emotion, the women, and I mean this in the most respectful way, women are emotional buyers. And most of the people that are looking to buy this and grow their life so they can get back with their family are mostly female, because it's that mother instinct. They got to be there with their kid. It's just everything. The dads, the males, we think more logically. Okay, that's where you're going to get the questions. Well, how quickly is the return going to be? How much do I have to spend up front?
Yeah.
What is the long-term investment on this? When can I expect results?
Yep.
Or the women are going to be the ones that are going to be like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of doing this. I'm sick and tired of not being there for my kid and being there with my kid. So I'm going to do it. And, I'm going all in on it.
Exactly.
They're more, in my opinion, they're more of the risk takers, but the risk takers are the ones that succeed the most.
And you touched on something so key, right? And I know it's not something that you is unique to just women too, but it's the impulsivity and the drive to protect. the drive to preserve, the drive to nurture, that this is exactly what they go after as females. And this is the thing that, we as men will look at it more logically, like, okay, how well can I do this? And a lot of times we as men, we get into our own heads about how well we're going to do this. Is this going to cover in the way that I need it to? While the moms are like, man, forget how it's going to cover. I'm going to do it till it covers, right? So, this is why you see a lot, and we joke about this all the time in the community, like we need to get some more men in here because these women are running like crazy with this thing, right? But this is exactly what I'm talking about, that we can't limit ourselves. We really can't limit ourselves, because at the end of the day, guys, you all have to realize something. The more you limit yourself is the more you're going to limit others. You're going to teach people limitations. The more you limit yourself, the more you pigeonhole yourself, the more you keep putting yourself in the box of, oh, I have to be this way. No, be you. The last time I checked, when you were in high school and you were learning math, you weren't trying to fit the quadratic equation. You were being you and actually learning the skill you needed to learn to pass the class, right?
Quadratic, that one in a while.
Exactly. But that's why I did that, because people are like, what? Quadratic equation? Yeah, exactly. You're being you to be able to get this skill set mastered. And the fortunate opportunity you have here is you're going to get held in a position where you will have a community right there, plus mentors right there that will help guide you through the process. But you don't have to stop being you. I can't tell how many times I and other mentors in the community have come across this, when you're talking to people and they're like, and you ask them, does that sound like you? No, it doesn't sound like me at all. It sounds like somebody totally, I don't even know who that was. And it's like, why are you being someone else? Be you. And people don't think it's good enough. That's why I say all the time, it's, you are good enough the way God made you. What God took you through is enough. For where you are now, it is enough to present to the world that you have that value. Because I get this question asked so many different times. Like, when you say value, what do you mean? I mean you. I don't mean something you don't have. I mean something that you know that you already have in here. Because I've said this all this time in this live stream. Everything that we do here, everything that we do in digital marketing, every person watching right now has done what we do here. The only difference is you don't get paid to do it, right? And I'm gonna leave it on that, because guys, my time is far spent, and I am setting myself up with a shovel if I don't take the opportunity to take the exit now, right?
Well,
But
just tell the missus I'll help hide the body.
So, definitely thank y'all so much. Let's see. Dee Dee says, happy birthday, go celebrate. Yes. Oh, trust me. 100%.
That going. But yeah, 100%, Nick, and just be yourself, guys. Don't try to be somebody else, because that's what it's all about, is the authenticity of the individual that they are going to that they're getting to know. When you go out on a date, if you're one of those people that are going to lie about your situation, people are going to eventually find out.
Yep.
If you're up straight front and forward, there's no nothing to be hidden. Get your cookie. Just be true to yourself, and that will attract them. That will bring them to you guys.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, we have a stepping stone to help these people and if you're truly really built around helping people, then explain the value of the courses and what it can do for them and how it's doing it for you. Because the people that are watching you want what you have.
Exactly. And
Want
that's the hook right there. It's not just what it can do for them, it's what it's done for you. Cuz people, like I keep saying, guys, human beings love commonality. We love to identify with somebody. We love camaraderie, right? We love friendship. And we even do that in buying decisions, right? We see somebody else cool with buying something, we're going to think a little bit more seriously about buying that too. They call it social proof today, right?
Mhm.
But that's for another live stream. But guys, on that note, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Kevin, always a pleasure having you on the stream, brother. You always bring value. You always bring the nuggets and always bring the fire, man. There's it's another reason I call you Superman.
Bring the nuggets and bring the nub.
Exactly. Exactly. You got to put that on a shirt too, Kev. Put that on. Bring the nuggets and bring the nub, right? So, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. We hit 8,200, so just shy of the goal tonight. Because Kevin was speaking, because usually he'll have both just go on the screen, but he was talking tonight, so he wasn't able to keep liking until we got to 12,000. But usually Kevin's the MVP in the room. But guys, thank you so much. Nonetheless, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all for yeah, Lila. What's going on, sis? Thank you guys so much for coming through. Val, hey, thank you so much for coming. Uh,
Happy, happy early birthday. Go have fun with your family.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, not just because it's my birthday, but it's gonna be a big day for us in digital marketing. It's gonna be a big history making day for the digital growth community and for Kingdom Digital Academy. So if you want to work with us, you can go for Kevin. If you're on watching Kevin right now, you can go to his link in his bio. You can go up here for me, my picture on the left hand side of the screen, and click the link in the bio, put your email in, or you can get access to the app in my link tree as well. So you can get that going for you. All right. Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much again for all the gifts. Thank you all for just your presence being here. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, guys. And until next time, live life, love God. See you when I see you. Peace.